Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we gotta talk NFL. We gotta talk some NFL gossip because there's a few things. So officially it was announced that Deion Sanders and Depend have an official partnership. As y'all know, I did a video of him revealing his bladder cancer. However, this was all back in May. We are just seeing the documentary now, as it is at the end of July and beginning of August, starting mañana. And he said, I depend on Depend, and that he was having bladder issues, and he might have, because they basically took out his bladder and created a new bladder out of intestines, so it is a bit of an adjustment period. And he said he might have a toilet or of sorts on the sidelines for when he is coaching games. So they announced a partnership, and here's what I gotta say. Say what you want about Deion Sanders. He stays getting to the bag. Him and Shaquille O'Neal. It doesn't matter how long ago they played in these professional sports. They have the charisma, they have the it factor that these companies and that these brands love, and you basically can write yourself a blank check as it pertains to Deion Sanders or Shaquille O'Neal, as far as I'm concerned, right? Because they stay with a bag in their 50s. They are still thriving. They are still making this money. So that was that. Next, we got to talk Shannon Sharpe. Because I don't think it looks like DraftKings might be back as a sponsor. I don't know yet about Boost Mobile, but I did see the DraftKings logo again on Shannon Sharpe's latest nighttime or nightcap video or whatever else, the show that he has with Chad Ochocinco. And he decided that he was going to do a little bit of a message and wanted to let the people know that he was fired earlier in the week. And I'm here to tell you, Shannon Sharpe, you were fired back in April. But nonetheless, I guess officially you received your termination papers and everything else on Monday. Okay, so what? Who cares? You know this was going to be the result. You know this was going to be the result. You know this was going to happen. And it's the audacity. So now he's mad at ESPN. Because he wanted ESPN to wait to announce his firing until after his brother got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because as y'all know, tonight is a preseason game. NFL is back. They have the big Hall of Fame weekend as a kickoff into the preseason and everything else. And Shannon Sharpe's brother is going to be inducted. ESPN had to make this announcement prior to the start of the official NFL season, even though it's technically preseason, but they normally coincide with Hall of Fame weekend as like a kickoff of sorts, because that is getting the fans back interested in watching the NFL games. That is getting the fans, getting those butts and those preseason seats so that you could be excited for your team for the actual NFL season. So ESPN had to make this announcement because prior to when you said you were going to quote unquote take time away and spend time with your family, a part of that was you were under some assumption or some type of caveat that you would be back for the NFL season to do commentary. And that was never going to be the case because you could not keep this quiet. You thought you could go the Jay-Z route. You thought you could go the offensive route. You thought that you could go, let's air everything out and everybody is going to see my side. And it flopped. it flopped, it backfired, and it made matters worse for you. So nonetheless, like we can't backtrack now. You can't tell ESPN, oh no, don't announce my firing before my brother gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. Well, you should have thought about that, Shannon Sharpe, before you decided to get entangled with an OnlyFans model who recorded all of your interactions and decided to sue you for $50 million and say grape. Make it make sense. You can't dictate what your former employer can or cannot do. If they're done with you, they're done with you. That's it, and that's all. That is a wrap. You are toast. You are done. You are finito. What is not computing? But the biggest gag of this all is there is rumors that your co-host, Chad Ochocinco, you know, the one that you would yell at for getting late, being late to nightcap and everything else, and you would be having this whole meltdown like this is my stage, this is my platform, you're lucky to be here because of me. You know that same Chad Ochocinco? Well, allegedly, according to NBA Central, the verified one, not the NBA Central, which trolls sometimes, but the actual NBA Central verified account says that Chad Ochocinco could potentially be replacing Shannon Sharpe on ESPN's First Take. A source with direct knowledge of the relationship between ESPN and Sharpe told FOS, adding that Ochocinco could allow ESPN to retain Sharpe's audience after moving on from him. See, this is the thing I want y'all to realize. No more for certain professions. Is it about your credentials? Is it about your experience? Is it about your level of education? Is it about, any of your intangibles that is going to make you a better candidate, right? It's all about what can you do for me? What can you do for my company? And ESPN, Walt Disney, they're in the company of ratings. They want to make sure all of these other sports networks, whether it's NBC Sports coming back and they've got Michael Jordan over there, whether it is Amazon Prime, that they're coming out with a blockbuster team of NBA people and everything else. And they've, and you got ESPN NBA coverage, right? I'm giving an example, right? As far as the NBA, how basically these different networks are trying to ramp up their sports coverage to bring in the ratings, and they're bringing in some big name retired players to fuel those ratings. So it would make sense from ESPN's perspective to say, listen, looky here. Shannon Sharpe had too much drama. He had too many issues. He does not know how to keep it professional, keep his personal life out of the spotlight. We are just here to hear your commentary as it pertains to sports. We were here to get your ratings from the Cat Williams interview, right? But what they're basically doing, they're like, you know what? Instead of us doing a massive search for Shannon Sharpe's replacement, why don't we just look at his co-host, Chad Ochocinco? Because here's the thing, that they still got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube? So we can just still pull from his audience. We just don't have to pull from Shannon Sharpe, because Shannon Sharpe's a liability to us. Shannon Sharpe is a liability because his personal life is too messy. But Chad Ochocinco, I think enough years have passed since what happened with the incident with Evelyn Lozada and the headbutting and everything else. I think enough years have passed that you seem to be getting great reviews on Nightcap that maybe we can give you a shot. See, when articles come out like this, you guys, it's always a pre-announcement before the announcement. This is like a filler, like trying to feel out what the social media reaction is going to be before the official announcement happens. So if a lot of people are down on this and it's like, no, I don't want Chad Ochocinco anywhere near ESPN, they'll go in another direction. But if enough of y'all are like, we're still getting Shannon Sharpe, just not Shannon Sharpe. We're getting his co-host. We're getting his audience. We're getting those same type of viewership so that we can still remain the worldwide leader and still beat FS1. Because that's what it's about. They just want to beat FS1 in the ratings, right? So, none of the less, it would not shock me at all if you see Chad Ochocinco pop up for this NFL coverage, y'all. and eventually land an ESPN deal. If that is the direction they are intending to go, it would not shock me one bit, you guys. But nonetheless, we will see what happens. We will monitor what that situation is going to look like, you guys. But listen, there's no loyalty in a lot of these corporations. There is no loyalty. They will hire a family member. They will hire your co-host. They will hire your co-worker and everything else just to be petty, you guys. Or to say that, hey, we're not racist, we don't have anything against black people. We'll replace you. We fired you, but we'll replace you with another black person, so you know that we're not against, black people or anything like that. Like that's what these companies do, you guys. That is what these companies do. But nonetheless, we will keep an eye out to see if that is the case. We will keep an eye out to see if, in fact, Chad Ochocinco is going to be the one to take over for Shannon Sharpe's now departed role at ESPN, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.